Good morning and welcome to October 14th daily reading. And today's reading is from Peace in Our Own Hearts, Peace in the World by Ruth Fishel. Okay, if you haven't discovered Ruth Fishel yet, please Google her and please check her out because she has written some wonderful, wonderful books. But this is a daily one which she is really passionate about, that we have peace in our own hearts to bring peace in the world. There is no need to go to India or anywhere else to find peace. You will find that deep place of silence right in your room, your garden, or even your bathtub. And that's a quote from Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, who wrote The Wheel of Life and is another magnificent author if you are looking for things to read. Take time to be quiet each day. Sit in silence. If your house is big enough, it is wonderful to keep a separate room or a part of a room just for silence, prayer, and meditation. If this isn't possible, your own bed can be your temple. Any place where you can be alone and connect with God is perfect. If you are not at home, take a break from daily stress and sit in your car. Stop in a church or a synagogue. Find a park bench. There is nothing like time spent in silence to bring us closer to God and help us find peace in our hearts. Today, I am taking time to step out of all activities and take some time for me in silence. Just thinking about this brings me peace. You may or may not have a relationship with God. You may or may not believe in God. You don't have to believe in God to understand that there is a place within us where peace lies and where we can connect with ourselves. We all have that. We all have that within us, and it is a peaceful place. When there is chaos all around us, we can sit quietly and breathe. I spoke about breathing yesterday, and we even did a little minutes mindfulness breathing yesterday. But it's really important to bring yourself to yourself on a regular basis. Daily is wonderful. More than once a day is even more wonderful. And the more that you sit quietly with yourself, the easier it becomes. And the connection with yourself becomes clearer, and your intuitive voice, some would call it your higher self, some would call it spirit, some would call it your soul, some would call it God. But that little voice inside of you, the one that talks to you in your head, that will become louder. Not the ego talk. Sometimes it feels like we have like something on both shoulders, one telling us to do this and one telling us to do that. It's for me, the meditation in silence is about connecting with that true voice, not my ego voice, not that kind of one that keeps me separate or tries to keep me separate and scared, but the one that knows that I'm completely safe, the one that knows that I will always be safe and that I'm never alone. So that's the voice that I want to connect with on a daily basis. It doesn't always happen. Sometimes my mind is full of thoughts and ego thoughts and fears and anxieties and decisions I have to make. It's a big one for me, indecision. But taking this quiet time to find this peace within. We don't have to go to a spiritual place in the world. Yes, it's magnificent to go and spend time in a place like that. We don't have to go to church. We don't have to go to synagogue. We don't have to go anywhere except inside to find some peace. So I invite you today to find a little nook in your space at home or in the office that you can know that that's where you sit, to even take 1 minute for yourself on a regular basis to connect with yourself. And maybe it would be about that breath that you did yesterday, or that you can go look at that we did yesterday. Anyway, 5 minutes, I keep it short. And I wish you a wonderful day and sending love out to you all. Namaste.